Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of Heart Thoughts with Valerie Ann, where I share with you tools for self-love, self-forgiveness, being present, all of which brings peace of mind. Happy Friday, everyone. How are you doing today? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful outside. I just got back from taking a walk with my Springer Spaniel and my precious little miniature poodle. So I've had a good morning. I hope you're having a great week. And I want to continue our conversation. About a week and a half ago, I asked the question, if you could wave a magic wand and allow you the opportunity to get rid of things that you struggle with, what would that be? A lot of my precious group put self-care and self-love. So I thought, you know what? That's what I'm going to cover today. Self-care and self-love. I have 7 ways to practice self-care and self-love, and I want to go through each one of these, and I'm hoping that this will lift your heart, number one, give you an encouraged idea of something you can implement in your life if you choose to do so. And if it's not what I suggest, maybe my suggestions will allow you the opportunity to come up with something on your own. So one of the first things that I recommend for self-care and self-love is starting a gratitude. First thing in the morning when you get up. Actually, before I even get out of bed, do you know what I do? I open my eyes and I say, thank you for my life. Thank you to my bed for a wonderful night's sleep. I learned that from my sister who is now in spirit, Louise Hay. And then I just say a prayer that I say every day, committing my life over to my God and His will for my life. I get up, I have my meditation time, and then I have a list of 5 things that I am grateful for. Now, here's the key. I try not to repeat those very often. Now, I will tell you the first and foremost thing that I write down on my gratitude list, and I do the same thing every day, is I'm very grateful for my sobriety and for my health. That is the absolute number one thing. Why do I put that? Because if I did not have that, I wouldn't be here today. So I always make sure that I write that down. And then I try to really reach deep down into my heart and say, what is it that I'm truly, truly grateful for? You know, some of those things aren't pleasant. Let me give an example. For this entire week, I have had a pinched nerve in my upper right shoulder / back. Let me tell you how I got that. I got really frustrated because there was a big mess I had to clean up. And in cleaning up that mess, I did it with anxiety and a stressful movement in my body. And guess what I gave myself? I gave myself a pinched nerve. I don't know if any of you all have ever experienced a pinched nerve in your back, but not only does it create discomfort, it affects everything you do. So guess what I got to do? I got to add that to my gratitude list. Why? Because it's a reminder to me that I must move always in kindness and gentleness towards myself in whatever it is I'm doing. So just a quick reminder, our gratitude, it isn't always the pleasant things. Sometimes we can be grateful for the people in our life that bring the most pain because it causes us to go within. It causes us to ask ourselves, what is my part in this? How can I forgive them so that I can move forward and be a light that I have come to be for all of us, all of you, all of the world? So number 1, gratitude. The second one is speaking loving, kind words to yourself and even about yourself. What does that mean? Well, another exercise that I do is I wake up in the morning, I go to the mirror and I say, good morning, beautiful. I love you. I want to learn to love you more. I want to learn to grow your soul. What is it that I need to know? And I make sure when I'm saying these loving, kind things to myself that I'm looking in my eyes. You know, you've heard the saying, our eyes are the window to our soul. So I encourage you, tool number 2, find 3 things that you're going to admire about yourself and say them out loud. You may say something like, I really love and appreciate the fact that you want to be the best you can be for you, and that you recognize that you are not in competition with anyone but yourself. Be better today than you were yesterday, and serve yourself in love so that other people can be comforted as well. So, what are you saying to yourself? How can you admire yourself out loud? By going to the mirror and saying 3 positive things that you admire and love about you. Okay, number 3, what about exercise? Oh my goodness. I just got back from a walk with my dogs, like I said at the beginning of this video. Find something that feeds your soul when it comes to exercise. You might want to dance. Guess what I did yesterday? I put on 80s music and I danced in my living room for 20 minutes nonstop. I was marching and I was dancing. I was moving my body. Our bodies were meant to move, guys. Exercise. Some of you love to go to the gym and lift weights. Some of you love to do yoga. Whatever feeds your soul and speaks to you, but make sure that you do it because you love yourself and you're not doing it because you're punishing yourself for what you ate the day before. Exercise. Tool number 3. Tool number 4, Andy and I, it's been probably 3 months now that we have decided to shut off the news in our house. Yep, you heard me. We do not listen to the news in our home. We are done with politics. We're done with all the negative. If you ever notice, when you turn the news on, how often do you hear something that admonishes someone or lifts someone up? Not very often. It's always negative and destructive to the heart and soul. So we decided no more. We're gonna take a diet from news. No more news in our life. Here's another thing, guys. Oh, and you know, here's a thought. Some of you may say, oh my gosh, no news. How are you going to know if something bad happens? Trust me. There's enough people that watch the news that are friends of mine that if there's an emergency and I need to know about it, someone will let me know. So we've decided to eliminate the news out of our life. What about electronics? How often are you on your phone? You know, Andy and I, when we go out to eat, we are beside ourselves, the people that are sitting at the dinner table with their family and everyone's looking at their phone. We don't pull our phones out. We're there for each other. We're there for connection. So do this. Make a commitment to yourself to put your phone away for an hour a day at least. Connect with you. Connect with life. Connect with photos. Connect with making a phone call and telling someone you adore and love how precious they are to you. Let go of the news. Let go of the electronics. See what it does for your energy level. I guarantee you'll appreciate yourself for it. Okay, number 5. How about this? Getting outside. Today's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Andy and I were looking out the windows and we said, oh my gosh, isn't it so beautiful? The sky is blue. The trees have bloomed. We are just so grateful for where we live. And it's so beautiful here. Vitamin D is good for you. Get outside and get some sunshine. The air alone is good for you. It feeds your soul. And my brother in spirit, Dr. Wayne Dyer, used to say, if you want to connect to the earth, walk barefoot on the grass. You might try that. Great thought. Okay, what about nurturing yourself? Number 6, nurture yourself with time alone. What does that mean? Well, here's one thing I want to say before I even give you an example. Wayne Dyer said, when you love the one you're with, you're never alone. Learn to love who you are. This is what this is all about, loving who we are. Learn to appreciate the preciousness and the value that you bring to the earth, to life in general. How can you spend time alone? Well, I know for me, I love my quiet time. I love to sit and study. I love bubble baths. I love to just sit and listen to music and crochet. I love to paint. What about just being in silence? Sitting in your power. We talked about that the other day. But please give yourself 10, 15, 20 minutes with you. Learn to become your own absolute best friend. And number 7, how are you doing with your nutrition, your health? You know, garbage in, garbage out, health in, health out. What are you feeding your precious vessel? What are you drinking? You know, our bodies are made up of 60% water. Water is life, guys. Are you drinking water? And not just water out of the tap. I'm talking really good, healthy, pH balanced water. So let's recap. Okay, practice gratitude. Start a gratitude journal if you haven't yet. Just commit to doing 5 things every day that you're grateful for, and reach down into the bottom of your heart and pull the truth out of you, something that really you can truly focus on and appreciate. I'll give you an example. There was a gentleman at the grocery store here at Walmart on 8th Street, Colorado Springs. He's an African-American gentleman. And every time I see him, he's a greeter. My heart dances because he is so happy and he brings so much joy to everyone that walks through the door. Did you know I have put him on my gratitude list before? Because in focusing on what brought me joy for the day, he came in my mind. So I wrote him down. So it's little simple things like that. Okay, remember to speak kind and loving towards yourself and about yourself. Just 3 things, guys, that you can look at yourself in the mirror and appreciate. I love and appreciate the beautiful soul that you are. Start with something simple. I'm really thankful that you love yourself enough that you want to learn how to love yourself more. Keep it simple. A little bite, one day at a time. It works beautifully. Okay, exercise. What are you going to do today to move your body? You know, there's another video that I do that's really wonderful, and I want to share it. Greer Childress. She is an amazing woman. She totally changed her physique through BodyFlex. If you've not heard of BodyFlex, I encourage you to look into that. It's a breathing exercise / stretching exercise. You shrink your body, you clear your brain. It's absolutely wonderful. So you might look into that. But what are you going to do today for exercise? Can you shut the news off today? Just maybe try it for a day. And then if you got through it one day, maybe 2 days. What about your electronics? Maybe start with putting your phone away just for 30 minutes. If an hour is too much, that's okay. Try 30 minutes and then build up. Give yourself that precious quiet time. You deserve that. Connect to the beautiful soul that you are. Okay? How about getting outdoors? What can you do this weekend? Do you have plans? Do something to enjoy nature, to breathe in the beautiful air that we have, the oxygen. Give your skin the gift of sunlight, as long as you're protecting it, by the way. Okay, nurture yourself. How are you going to nurture yourself? That's number 6. Take care of you. Take a bath. Learn to crochet. Learn to play the piano. Learn to play an instrument. Learn a new language. Start something for you. Here's my gift from me to me. Nurture yourself. And last but not least, please pay attention to what you're feeding your precious vessel. Truly, it does make a difference. You heard me say just a few moments ago, garbage in, garbage out. Or I'm sure you've all heard, well, you are what you eat. And you know, we hear those cliches, but truthfully, we are both what we eat and drink. Remember, our body is 60% water. Are you getting your water in? You should be getting half your weight in ounces of water every day. And if you just, sometimes I'll put a lemon in mine just to kind of change up give it a little bit of flavor, but that's also very healthy for you as well. Why am I going over this with you guys? Well, our group focuses on self-love. And a lot of you precious souls said, I need help with self-care and self-love. Start simple. But remember this, you are the only one that can change you. If we put that power in someone else's hand, we'll never get where we deserve to be. Take charge of your life. Love yourself enough to say, I'm doing this for me today. This is the gift that I'm giving Valerie Ann, or your name. I'm wishing you all loads of love today. Most importantly, I am trusting that these videos are allowing you the opportunity to realize how important it is for you to love you. You keep filling up your cup, guys. Be really selfish with your cup, but then keep filling it with love, laughter, joy, whatever it is good for you, so that it overflows and you can share it with the world. Have a great weekend, everyone.